And really, I've got you back on the podcast. It's been a little while, but you're making your UFC debut. Like, that is amazing to hear. It was about time they put that division in. You were the first name I plucked out to tell. I was put on social media to get you on there. It's finally happening. How awesome is this?
It's very awesome. I'm excited. I'm not really good with words, but I'm just happy.
That's a good way to put it. Being happy would be one way. You're going all the way down to Chile. So is this the first time you've ever been to Chile? Just out of curiosity?
It definitely is the first time I've been to Chile. And it's the first time that I've gotten to compete outside the country for myself. When I've gone out the country for Andy, she's fought in Japan and in Trinidad,
Yes.
but I haven't ever fought outside the country for myself. So this is a first. I'm excited.
Oh, didn't she fight on Risen?
Andy did.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
She fought for Risen.
I was following on social media. I keep an eye on her. I saw that. Because you two girls did your calendar as well, didn't you? See as well? Yeah, I started. I see. I know. I keep an eye on you, pair. Because wasn't it her birthday recently? Well,
It was.
there you go. See, yeah.
Sunday, actually. It was Sunday.
There you go. Yeah, I remember. See, I keep an eye out. And obviously, she's super amped up for you too. I imagine she's very excited. Wait, are you going to spend a bit of time down in Chile after? Are you going to make like a semi kind of holiday afterwards, or are you going to get straight back home?
We're staying like 2 days after, so, because when we get there, it's going to be all business, cutting weight,
Yes.
and then in my hotel room most of the time until I'm doing, I guess if they need me for photo shoots and whatever they need me for, I'll be doing that, but it's just strictly business until after the fight, so
Yeah.
I'll get to enjoy it afterwards.
I do a little bit of tourist stuff, absolutely. Okay, so you have waited to get this fight. You saw the testing pool. Everything's all good. You also went and did your medicals at the Performance Institute. You did some training there. How did you find that facility? Because I've heard from a couple of fighters, it's pretty awesome.
It is very awesome. It's a dream facility. I wish that I owned it. I wish I had even just like a little bit of it. Like just a little part of it would be awesome. It's huge. It's massive. I mean, it's incredible. I think they're going to try to build some dorm rooms onto it, so maybe the fighters can they could have some fighters there doing fight camps and stuff, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think they may be trying to move the Ultimate Fighter over to the facility. I'm not really 100% on that, but it makes sense if they
Absolutely, yeah. Because I can. They've got the facilities. Why not just use it? Absolutely. They've got a cage. They've got a ring. They've got all the good stuff. They've got all that. They've got all that underwater running, jogging machine, Pilates. They've got all that Gucci equipment, haven't they? It's proper high tech.
I didn't use the underwater equipment, but I did use the the hot tub and the cold pool.
Yes.
So, that was pretty cool. It was very, very cold.
And it's great though, because you have that as an option for you as a facility. So if you, even out of a fight camp, you want to go there just for stuff like that, you can do that. That must be awesome to have that option now.
It really is. And then they have chefs there, personal chefs. So they have like, the fighters get to eat for free. Your coaches, they have to pay, but it's like way cheaper than anything else that you would be buying like around Las Vegas. So they had so much to choose from. Really, really good. Really good. They had a really good chef there too.
So you're trying to cut weight, yet they've got free food.
Free food. But I wasn't cutting weight then. But yeah, if you're cutting weight, it sucks. But they have food if you need to cut weight.
That's
and
good. That's
they
good.
have it set so that they have it like, okay, so they'll weigh it out for you. So they're there to weigh it out for you, and they'll tell you like how much like nutrition and carbs or calories or whatever it is that you're getting. So they let you know. Like, it's nice.
That is fantastic. Wow, that is great. Let's go back to your last fight outside of the UFC before you got signed. LFA, Jamie Thornton.
Oh no!
No?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. Accept. 1 second.
It's okay.
And accept. Shit. I'm getting a phone call from my sister. I'm just trying to hold on.
If you want to take it and
No. I'm just telling her that I'm on. She hung up. She'll probably call me right back. Trying to tell her I want a Skype interview, but I missed it. She'll call me.
It's okay. I've had it before. It happens. Don't worry, because people obviously don't know, so they'll just call the phones.
No, calling. So Jamie Thornton.
Yes, that performance. Because Jamie Thornton, if I'm honest, people who don't follow her, didn't see that fight and didn't know about it. She was a formidable opponent. You know, she had some really good record going in, good finishes, first rounds. You looked fantastic. You had a lot of head movement, footwork, counter striking was what was really apparent in that fight for me. I noticed that you really took her apart with the counter strikes. She was trying to be the bully, while even on the back foot she was trying to be aggressive. But your counter striking was absolutely fantastic. You also your fight IQ showed in that fight because you went to the body. You weren't going for the head all the time. A lot of people, as you know yourself, you see people that are just going for the head. I'm like, yeah, but the body was there, and you lit that body up, that left hook, and double left hook, that Tyson combo. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
That's obviously an evolution of your striking, developing. It's one of your forte striking. But then you were very cheeky. Little Kimura, look at you, check it out. But what was lovely was the foot over the head. Now, it doesn't seem like I've just said something there that a lot of people won't understand, but that's huge. That foot over the head is the biggest part of the Kimura, because if you don't do that, they can escape and they can get out, and that was fantastic. Seeing the foot over their head and cranking that in, I was like, I was in a little grappling heaven there.
It was a very smooth transition. I mean, I was able to slid my hips in and then threw the leg over, and then I don't know, it just was. I saw it, and it was just, I went for it.
It was great. Now, you should have went. Why didn't you go for the Von Flue? That's what I want to know. You had the Von Flue choke there. That's something I love to go for.
I did have that. Yeah, I had that too. But I got stuck on the Kimura. Like, I knew that I had that. She was holding on to my head. And so I could have gotten the Von Flue. But
now you showed there you've got a skill set for both. You said I'll rip you apart upstairs. We go down there. I'll rip their arm off. That's obviously, people see you as a striker, killer striker, but you've got both. I know you've got both skill sets. That's good coming into this fight, though, because Veronica's going to be looking at you now and be thinking, I don't know where to go. Do I keep the fight standing, keep it down? Have you watched Veronica yourself? What have you let your husband / coach check it out? What's going on?
I've watched her last fight with Ashley Evans Smith, and then I've watched some highlight videos from just a bunch of her fights put together. And what I see in her earlier fights are opponents that are not necessarily on my level. I think that they back up too much, so that gives her free range to do exactly what she wants to do. And whereas with Ashley Evans Smith, Ashley was the aggressor. Even though Veronica tried to keep her distance and danced around the cage a lot, and she landed like maybe one or two spin side kicks, but Ashley just didn't let her work. She didn't give her the space. She smothered her, which is exactly what I need to do. I'm an aggressive opponent. I'm an aggressive fighter. I don't back up as these other fighters that she's fought in the past do. So I think that it's still going to be an exciting fight for sure. I mean, I haven't seen any training video or any footage recently of what Veronica's been up to, so who knows? I'm sure she has some kind of trick up her sleeve. She's
got a ninja skill. She's keeping it all hidden. Yeah. So for yourself, though, what have you been doing with your time then, but prepping not just for the fight, but just in MMA in general? Have you been trying to, because I noticed you've been doing some, were you at a school or something, wrestling? What's this you've been doing? Someone was flipping you over them?
Oh, yeah.
Go on, explain this.
Well, I've been going, Dustin Burton, who is my wrestling coach, along with Eric Sands. He's also a wrestling coach of mine, but, I just want to clarify that. Don't want to get anybody's feelings hurt. Two wrestling coaches, but one of them's too far away for me to train with. So Dustin, I started training with him years ago. He used to come to my gym and work with me. Now he's a full-time coach over at a school, North Dakota High School. So they have all of these high schoolers, and they invited me to come over, and I can work with them and do the wrestling club. I also get to bring Ainsley because they have little kids for her, which Ainsley's my daughter. She's 6 years old. So we get to wrestle together, and getting incredible work. I mean, it's true wrestling. So a
Mm,
lot of it is stuff that I can't necessarily use for
yes.
MMA, but I pick and choose, what it is that I feel like I can use and what I can convert and bring into, my own skill set for MMA. And yeah, I got suplexed by he's like a 105er, little guy. He's
Yeah.
he's tough, man. He threw me on my head. I actually
Yeah.
kneed myself in my nose on that one. I watched it over and over, and I was like, man, I got to get that down because mine did not look like that. I threw Andy. It did not look like that.
I saw the video. I saw you touch it. I saw you touch your face. So I thought, I don't know what that.
That's what
You,
I was trying to say. I was like,
ah.
that was fun. I just need myself in my nose, but they cut it off. That was not.
Look.
It really would suck to land on hard floor.
Oh
My
yeah.
dad was there.
Yeah, yeah. That bag. Yeah. Everyone loves a crash mat. Everyone loves a
Yeah.
crash mat.
I love the crash mat.
Yeah. I'm the same when we got the gym. Crash mat comes out. We're going right. We'll drill it before we throw, and then we're getting on the mats, and everyone's
Yeah.
happy. Then, yeah, it's the best thing in the
It's
world.
not, I don't ever want to be suplexed.
No, it sucks. It really, really sucks. Yeah, I've been suplexed onto the foam. You know your gym mats, your foam mats.
Oh, those aren't.
It's just not. Yeah, they're not. No, and I'm not small. I'm not 105. So if I was 105, it wouldn't be so bad. I'm double that and a bit more. So it sucks. It sucks. Gravity doesn't
Yeah.
is not my friend.
And if you know how to fall, it makes it a lot easier. But like if you don't practice it,
Mm,
then you're not gonna know how to tuck and roll, and
yeah,
you can get hurt. You're gonna get
exactly.
your neck broke.
Yeah, I've not got a lot in here, so I'm okay. I'm all good.
You don't got a lot there.
No, it's just like an echo a lot of the time.
Me either. I get hit all the time. So
You see, but the thing is, I get hit in the face a lot. But like, I got that face. It's okay to get hit. You see, I'm sure your husband tells you you're not allowed to get hit too many times in the face.
I try not to. That's why I try to move my head as much as I can.
You've got good head movement, but you have though. You know, you've like you say that Jim Phone's in fact, you have very good head movement. You know, and because of the head movement, her strikes that were coming at you and looked like landing because you were moving. You're kind of going with the punches.
Right.
So it wasn't really landing flush. It was just kind of going with you. So it didn't look. Obviously, she's still making contact, but it's not
Yeah.
a static movement, a static face taking it in the full on.
Everything that you just said, that's what I say. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as you're moving your head, even though they're like making contact, like it's not full impact.
No.
If you're standing right in front of the punch, you're gonna get hurt, and
Yeah.
that's normally why I don't get as messed up. Like I'll get bruises and stuff, but I mean I'm not like swollen up after a fight.
Yes.
Head, even though I'm getting hit, every now and then I slip a lot, I roll a lot,
Yeah.
but I mean I get hit still. But as long as I'm moving and I'm not just standing in front of it, it's not as bad. The impact is not as bad.
Absolutely. I tell a lot of people like when we're training young lads that have come in the gym and start training, learn the fight game, that they're just so tense. They're just like,
Yeah.
and you're just like, no, don't. Of course, at first I'll have a bit of fun with it. I'll be like, yeah, this is great. Bit of a quick ego boost. Yes, I can hit everything. But then, I help them out.
Down and hit them in the body shot.
Oh yeah,
Body shot.
It's great. It's great. I do it to my son. Oh yeah. He's 8 and he's there with his gloves up, and then I'll go pop, and then just go boom right in the belly.
Yeah. Hey, but
And I'm
that's
like,
how you learn. You learn quick. Donnie did that to me, and that's why I have the head movement, and that's why I also go to the body as much as I do, because he did that to me, and I saw how effective it was.
Yeah.
So I've become a body, a snatcher. I love going to the body.
You do, yeah. Your kicks as well. You see, you've got those. You switch into the kick, like go for the kidneys. You go for the liver, sorry, but your kicks as well. Your body orientated as well. It's the tank drainer. You just suck that tank away, and they've just got nothing left in them. Like I say, that Jamie, she was just backing up onto the cage because she just didn't have the energy.
Mm-hmm.
She was just done. That second round, well, she was done at the end of the first when you kind of dropped her with the spinning kick as well. You messed up, but it was something I saw as well. I just went, you're taking Yeah, you've just taken everything out of her energy tank, and she came into the second round like, no, thank you, I do not want any of this. It's like, just put your head in here, put your head in here, put your head in here. Just let me get that choke. That's all she cared about.
She tried.
She
and I
died,
was like literally, like when we ended up on the cage and she started wrapping my head up, I'm like, crap, the guillotine. I was like, not today, you know. I was like, I knew that was her thing, and I was like, you know, if she was gonna get me in something, that was her moment.
Yeah.
So that's why I went ahead and transitioned and took her on down, and because I knew that if I landed in side control, I'd end up in a position to where I could get that Kimura or pop it off my head, and then I don't know.
Rain down hell.
Yeah.
So are you allowed to wear the hat going in for your walk-in?
I just got approved.
Oh, fantastic. Get in, because obviously it's like synonymous with yourself, so I thought I'd ask. Oh, that's fantastic. And Reebok said they've got to stick their logo on or something. Have they tried to put that on there or something?
Not yet, no. I mean,
Good.
they told me that it had to be no logos on the hat. Yeah. So just I don't know if Reebok can put logos on whatever they want to do. But I'm happy I got approved.
That's fantastic. Oh yes, I'm very excited then. Happy days.
Because they weren't going to. There was, you know, we were getting mixed information. There was some people. There was like 3 or 4 different people that told us no, and then finally we went like someone else, and they were like, "Got you approved." So,
it's great. It's good that it doesn't sound like a lot for people at home, but it's people's identity as fighters and stuff like that. They've got personalities. Like, you've got your own personality, and that's part of it. You know, that's just part of the whole showcase, the whole thing. And I think little things like that make a difference. You know, and I think it's important that little things like that should be approved, so to speak. So that's great that it happens.
It is.
You must be pumped though. UFC Fight Kit.
I am. And, you know, and all of my fans, anytime that I ever need, sorry, I'm losing. I lost you. Anytime a fan comes up to me, they always ask me if I'm not wearing my hat. Where's my hat? Because they want to take a picture with me in my hat.
Just gotta have it with you.
Yeah, because it's like no one's gonna know who you are if you don't have your hat on. So
they need to get a Snapchat filter with the hat on. It's okay. We'll use a Snapchat filter. It's fine. Come here.
Yeah,
come here.
That's what we could do. A Snapchat filter. They have everything.
And so the UFC Fight Kit, you know, with your name on. I imagine that's something that's going to be quite a kind of, I don't know, like a meaningful moment, so to speak, because you can have your friends and supporters they can buy a UFC Fight Kit with your name on. You know,
that's pretty cool.
That's a kind of cool thing. That's kind of cool.
They're very expensive, I noticed.
They are, but I'm not suggesting that people wait till they maybe go on sale or something, or try to think of something like that. But yours won't cost you anything. But you know, it's something you can frame, and that's kind of badass.
It is. It's pretty cool that people can buy merchandise like from the stores with my name on it. I mean, not yet, but eventually. I think that's
because you did your own stuff, obviously outside of the promotion, outside of fighting, so to speak. You promote yourself as a fighter very well, I think. You know, and you do a lot of things. You know, you got your calendars, you could do all sorts of KGB kind of tag. Let's say that's your thing, and that's what you do. You do your self promotion, and that's what it's got helped get the kind of following that you have. Yeah. And I think, you know, with the Fight Kit going on to like the websites and stuff like that, it's just nice to think that people around the world can maybe tag on. Because, like, for example, like I say, I live all the way over here and across the pond. So me to get your stuff sent over, believe it or not, costs a fortune.
It does.
Fortune. So if, for example, there was something in the UK that I can get, it's a bit easier for me. You know, little things like that. It doesn't, it's just something like that. I think that helps.
I think it's like $25 shipping for... Yeah. If I was to mail you a shirt, it would cost $25 in shipping alone just to send it over there.
It's obscene. Absolutely mental it is.
And that's not even like a heavy, it's not even like, it doesn't weigh anything.
No. It's easy just to go to the airport and go, who's going to the UK? Can you put that in your luggage?
Can you take this with you?
And get them to post it when they're over there. It'd be cheaper.
Right.
Yeah. It's obscene. But look, I can't wait to see you fight. Honestly, because it's been too long. You know yourself. You're itching to fight again. It's
I know.
something that you do. You put on a show when you fight, and I can't wait to see you get back in there. And the fact that you fight on the UFC, it's the first time as well they're going to Chile, so it's a good, it's a kind of it's a couple of firsts. Your first fight in the UFC, first in Chile, big moments. Big fight for yourself, kind of on the big stage, bright lights, the octagon, Bruce Buffer calling out your name.
Yeah.
And Bruce is amazing, absolute gem of a human being. He is one of the nicest human beings I think I've ever met. He's so awesome to talk to.
Oh, well, I can't wait to get to meet him.
Honestly, he is. Oh, such a sweetheart.
So far, like, I think technically the main event and the co-main event has fallen through, so I think they're trying to work on that. So right now, I think, right now I'm the main event, but I don't think that...
I've heard that it might be Damian Maia stepping in.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what I've heard at the moment. At this present, to step in against Usman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because they've moved Volkan and Shogun over to Hamburg. So I don't know what they're doing with the card now. I don't know what's going on. But I heard that on the grapevine it might be Mr. Damian Maia stepping up against Usman. Heck of a bout that would be, because you've got a wrestling beast in Usman, and you've got a grappling choke artist in Damian Maia, who's...
Well, we just saw that. Legend. Kind of.
Yeah, my take on that Colby fight, though, was that Damian Maia is 40 years old, and he had 3 fight camps back to back, and that's a lot on a body for a 40-year-old. I thought he needed to take a break, and then I think if he fought Colby after a 4-month a break, he probably would have beaten Colby, but he just came back too quick, in my opinion. I think at that age, you probably have to be a bit more sensible with your body and look after yourself in time and stuff. But he did it. He fights. He's game. He's never going to say no. He's one of them guys.
No, he's not. I mean, I don't think he's going to turn down a fight if he gets offered it.
No, he isn't. And he again is a lovely human being. I met him. I met Damian Maia as well. Such a nice guy to talk to. Yeah, honestly, you get a chat to him. Just a beautiful soul. Just honestly, you fight. He's he's just a kind gentleman. Honestly, I met Dan Henry.
I like people like that.
Yeah, he really is. Honestly, you'll have a great time when you get there meeting some of the fighters. There's some people on the card that I've met. They're just beautiful human beings. And you as well, you're a wonderful, beautiful creature of this earth. And a killer as well when you get going in the cage. You switch off and that's it. The KGB comes out. And I love watching you fight. I know lots of people do. You're getting a fan base in the UK. Trust me, I push out the KGB steam train for people to follow you and get on board. But before I let you go, can you please give a shout out to, of course, give praise to your husband for, helping you along, but other people as well that are training with you and people I haven't mentioned, because I know you did some training with Aspen Lad as well recently, wasn't it?
I did.
Yeah, so, do you want to give a shout out to people like that and that have helped you on the way here?
I would. First, I'd like to give a shout out and a thank you to my husband and coach, Donnie Aaron, and to my training partners at Karate Mafia, Andy Wynn, Kendrick Williams, Zach Albritton. Also to Aspen Ladd and her coach, Jim West, also her boyfriend, her significant other, and Dustin Burton, who's been helping me, my wrestling coach, and Eric Sands, and of course my nutritional team, NutriBio, Victory Beef, and Iowa Bison, and Clement Industry, who also sponsors me. And I want to shout out to my little girl, Ainsley, because, I do all of this because of her. And, of course, I'd like to thank you, too, for having me on the show today.
It's my pleasure. Always welcome.
I appreciate it. I enjoy chatting with you, and I love listening to you talk. I like your accent.
The British accent, yes. Well, actually, I want to call it British, but it's Manx. So it's a little bit, it's almost 100, it's almost British, but I'm not quite fully British. I know it sounds a bit crazy. No, I'm from the Isle of Man, which is in gosh, I'm going to get political here, but let me get an image of it, all right? I'll help you out here, right? Because I've said where I'm from, and right now it's just going right over you. It'll go right over your head. Let me get a picture of Isle of Man. Now,
Isle of Man.
Yeah, so here we go. So can you see that image of the UK?
I do see it.
And there's a little island like right there.
Oh wow! So you're
That's
right there.
us. Yeah, so that's how small we are. We're a tiny little island.
Wow.
We're 33 miles top to bottom, 15 across. Probably about the size of your back garden.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah. About 86,000 population. Yeah, we're a small little place, but we're Manx, Manx. That's what we are. We're Manx. So I'm not English. I'm not Scottish. I'm Manx. So that's what my accent is. I'm from the Isle of Man. It's a very proud island. Very, very. Well, I am anyway. Certainly proud of it. Yeah,
You're not even. So y'all don't have the right, even though you live in the UK. You know.
Yeah, we're part of the sovereign state, but we've got our own politicians or our own government. I know it's really weird, but it's good.
That's cool.
We've got the longest running parliament in the world.
Yeah, y'all are so small, and y'all have all of y'all's own your own government.
Yeah, we let women. We're the first to have women vote, to allow women to vote.
Yeah.
Well before Britain, well before, like 100 years before. We were allowing women to vote. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good like that.
You guys do your own thing.
Yeah, we just don't care. We're just like, we'll let them vote. We'll let them have a say. Do you like motorbikes?
Say that again?
Do you like motorbikes?
Motorbikes. I don't have. I'm not. I mean, I don't have anything against them. I don't ride. I don't have my own.
We've got the world's most famous road racing event over here.
Really?
Yeah. Legit, honestly, it's called TT. Right?
TT?
Yeah, it stands for Tourist Trophy, and it's a course along the street. So imagine going into your town and just closing off the roads and letting the bikes go around. Pretty big course.
Wow.
And the average speed of the fastest bikes to go around there is about 130 miles an hour. So.
See, that's scary.
Yeah, I don't do it. That's all right. I just sit about 1 foot away from the track and watch them go past.
Wow. How big's the track?
A road. So we don't
no,
have.
I mean, well, how long is it? How long?
How long's the track? It's 30. How many miles? I think 30 odd miles. I think. Oh gosh.
Okay.
I want to say 34.6 miles. TT course length. This is terrible. Here we go. Let's find it. Oh, I've got kilometers. If that helps. 60.73 kilometers. There you go. I don't know. There you go. Whatever distance that is. I don't know. I don't do kilometers.
I do miles.
I do miles. Oh, there you go. 37. There you go. I was wrong. 37.
Okay, you're close. You're close.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, and that's where I am. So that's our thing. All things CT, and people just go around really fast.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I will send you a link to a video of what the course is, and you'll see my beautiful island in the background as well.
I would like to see it.
I will. I'll do it straight away. Find the YouTube link, and I'll send it over to you. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great time away and experience. Like, just enjoy the whole thing. It's going to be bananas.
I know, it's going to go quick.
Oh, I know. But just embrace it and enjoy every moment of it. Thank you so much for your time. And honestly, have a great time with your husband and the little one in the meantime.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will, and we'll talk again soon, I hope. So,
we will.
Again. Yeah.
100% we will.
Yes.